It's one of the longest borders in the world. At first sight, it's hard to tell where Mexico ends and the US begins. And for those who've crossed it illegally, their lives hang in the balance.
Mexico is across the riverbank. Now, there are official border crossings, but they're not an option for undocumented migrants. They use open areas like this one. And for many, a better and safer life is just across the river.
Margarita made that journey 20 years ago to escape violence and joblessness in her native Mexico. She had one child at the time.
My first job was in a hotel. They paid me $5.15 an hour. Afterwards, I worked at a cleaner where I brought my son with me to be with me there the whole time. Little by little, I was getting ahead.
She now works at a fast food chain and has 6 children. She lives with the daily risk of deportation. And it's a risk that's constantly on the mind of her oldest American-born daughter, 16-year-old Yuritsi.
I would have to know what to do in those exact moments, and I really don't. I don't think I have the capability or the knowledge for that yet. I don't know what I would do. I don't know how I would be able to protect them.
Earlier this year, President Obama signed an executive order to give temporary protection to millions of undocumented migrants like Margarita and her Mexican-born son, Sheridan.
When I found out, I couldn't wait. I ran to his school and I told him, "Son, now you're going to be okay. You're going to have insurance to work. You're going to be able to go to school where you want. You have a protection now." I was so happy for him. I don't care if I am sent back to Mexico, but not him.
But Margarita's hopes were dashed when the Supreme Court blocked Obama's order in June. The border is guarded 24 hours a day, and some of the towns along it feel as Mexican as the real thing. John is the only non-Latino on his block.
I heard some noise. I went in the backyard. I found a couple illegal aliens behind my landlord's cars. I made them say, "Y'all got to leave. Please get out here. You can't be in the property." They got scared. They they took off running.
He doesn't agree with building a wall, but he thinks more needs to be done to control the flow of people.
Once they get over here, they don't. A lot of them just end up, getting on welfare, and it's BS, man. They don't try to hold their own, and then eventually they get caught and they get transported down back to Mexico.
But many remain, and it's what to do with the undocumented migrants that's become a deadlock in this election. It might be about winning votes for the running candidates, but for people like Margarita, it's about losing a home and the only family life they've ever known. Zeina Awad, TRT World, Texas.